Okay, good evening and welcome to the Morrison County Planning Commission meeting for October 28th, 2025. Please rise for the flag pledge. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, before we get started, I got a few things to cover. Please sign in at the door if you have not done so already. There you'll find a detailed handout of the step-by-step procedure we'll follow tonight. If you wish, please take one. Please put any electronic devices on silent mode at this time. Also, please note that all testimony is being recorded for the record. Members of the Planning Commission are appointed by the County Board of Commissioners with one member from each of the 5 commissioner districts. Land Service staff is here to assist the Planning Commission with its duties. The task of the Planning Commission is to hold a public hearing and make a recommendation to the County Board of Commissioners for approval or denial of requests for conditional and interim use permits, rezones, plats, and ordinance amendments in accordance with state law and county ordinance. The burden of proving a request meets the criteria for approval rests with the applicant. There is a protocol how we will proceed tonight. For each request on the agenda, we will hear a staff report, hear testimony from the applicants, and then we will discuss and gather more information as needed. Next, I'll ask if there's anyone in the audience wishing to speak to this request. I will ask each party to come to the podium. That's the one by the door. State their name and address for the record and give their testimony. Please be as factual as possible and direct all statements and questions to me. After all testimony is complete, I will close the public hearing portion of the process. The Planning Commission will then review and discuss the case in terms of our finding of fact criteria as required by Minnesota statute and county ordinance. We'll have a series of votes, discuss whether conditions be made, then there will be a final motion to recommend approval or denial to the County Board of Commissioners. After this final vote on your request, you may leave if you wish. The County Board of Commissioners will then consider the request and our recommendation at their next regular meeting and will either grant or deny the request. So tonight we have one agenda item, and that would be Jeffrey Hudek, Sadie, and Josh Schuett. So if you guys would come up to the front here. No property address at this time, and there's an application for a conditional use permit to establish a Tier 2 poultry feedlot located in point of northwest half of northwest quarter, Section 11, Township 129, Range 30, Pike Creek Township. Then if you guys would just, in the mics, please state your names for the record.
Sadie Sue Schuett.
Josh Schuett. Jeff Hodek.
Okay, thank you. Guess at this time, Amy, if you're ready with the staff report.
I am, Mr. Chair. Again, this is a request for a conditional use permit to establish a Tier 2 chicken feedlot. And the ordinance sections that apply is Section 604.6 and 1209. Here's an aerial photograph of the property outlined in blue. And then here is a site drawing provided by the applicant. This is a 70-acre undeveloped property. About half the acreage is currently utilized for cropping, and the Board of Adjustment granted a variance to the property to establish a Tier 2 feedlot on 70 acres on September 16th, 2025. The applicant proposes establishing a Tier 2 chicken feedlot by building 2 chicken barns. The total proposed animal units is 415, and all setbacks are met with the chicken barns. The applicant will utilize transfer agreements for 366 acres for manure application. The acreage is in Pike Creek, Darling, and Swan River Townships in Morrison County. The soils are not suitable for stockpiling. The applicant does plan to construct a stacking slab in conjunction with the barns. The Soil and Water Conservation District conducted an environmental review. The comment and recommendations from that review were that the site is suitable for a Tier 2 feedlot operation and barns meet all setbacks. Since soils are not suitable for stockpiling, a stacking slab is recommended to be built in conjunction with the barns, and a 50-foot wide vegetative buffer around the barns is recommended to control stormwater runoff and erosion. Land Services staff recommend the following conditions if approved. The area surrounding the barns shall have permanent vegetation planted and maintained, and a manure stacking slab shall be built prior to stocking the barns. And then here are your criteria questions, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Amy, thank you. Guess at this time, does that all look correct to you guys? Do you have any discrepancies or anything to add? Okay, so I guess at this time, I'll open it up to the board for any questions for the applicants or staff.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Marvin.
Amy, did you get a chance to look up for the area wells for nitrate levels?
Mr. Chair?
Go ahead.
I did inquire with the Soil and Water Conservation District, and they do not have well nitrate data for that area. It was not, and the reason why is they said Pike Creek Township was not identified as a priority area by the Department of Agriculture when they did kind of that whole big inventory. So it wasn't a priority area, so they didn't have nitrate data to share.
Okay, thank you. I mean, and, I'm concerned about an area like this here that, you've got a high water table and you're not very far away, you've got wetlands like that, and meets all the setbacks, which is great. And it's good to see. You have 90-some% offset rating with all that. But, when you can't, stockpile it and you've got the soils there, and the Morrison County has a nitrate problem the way it is. And, poultry manure is high in nitrates, and it's a little bit concerning to me in that respect. So that's why I had to look into it. So thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Go ahead, Brent.
just a question for the applicants. There was 2 recommendations by Land Services, and that was the permanent vegetation around the barns and the manure stacking slab to be built prior to stocking the barns. And that is your understanding that that's what you're going to do and plan to do?
Correct.
And so you have no issues with those conditions being placed on this? No. Okay, thanks.
Mr. Chairman,
Go ahead, George.
just, so you guys are, all the manures getting moved off-site, you're not land applying any, it's all going to other farmers, is that correct?
Correct.
Okay. And the barns have got cement on the floor? They're not a dirt floor barn?
Oh, no, they'll probably be cement.
Yeah, okay, that was my question, thank you.
Okay, I have one I can maybe ease Marv's pain maybe just a little bit. My daughter lives, mile from there, half mile?
Not even if you go across
Yeah.
the fence.
So the water should be similar, and we just did a nitrate test at Soil and Water, and it was a 1. 10 is bad, 1 is about as good as you can get, so granted, that's not same piece of property, but it's in the same general area and same situation. So I think some of the questions I had were answered about the stacking slab. I looked through the manure management plan, that looks good. They got 472 acres available, and they need 366. So they're being used. So you're over by 110, so that's pretty good. We like that. But I ask this question every time. If you needed more, could you get more land? Okay. You guys are great, adequate, but I just usually ask that question, just keeps you thinking that always have something back of your head in case something falls through. But you guys are good on that. Again, the offset rating was good. I see you guys talked to the township. You got that all squared away as far as the road approach. And then also, I believe it was said somewhere that the township signed off that it isn't a 9-ton road, but they're gonna sign off that that's okay just to go through. And you have a
I do have.
copy of that?
Yeah.
Can we have that, or just a copy, or?
We can get you a copy.
Okay, it'd be nice if we'd have that. That'd be good if we'd have that, so that's good. And we got the manure stack and slab figured out, so I guess I'm good for questions. John, you have anything?
Just one comment as you go through this. I mean, the application, there's not a huge reason to belabor it. The county looked good with it. Colette looked at it, reviewed it. Soil and Water signed off on it, and the rest of the application and all the criteria are in order.
Okay. So I guess at this time, we'll move to the public comment portion of this meeting. If there's anybody here from the public that wish to speak for or against this applicant, please go to the podium at this time. Any public comment? I got to ask 3 times, so I'll ask a third and final time. Is there any public comment? Hearing none, we'll close this portion of the meeting to the public. So you guys want to go through our criteria questions? Or do you guys have any other comments or questions at this time? No? Okay, so we'll go through the criteria questions. Okay, question 1. The use will not put an excess burden on roadways, utilities, and public facilities such as parks and schools. I'll go to John first on that.
It's not anywhere in the vicinity of major roadways or utilities or public facilities or parks or schools, so you can confidently answer that one, yes.
Okay, anybody have anything else to add to question 1?
Mr. Chairman, I'll add that the township has also been notified and they're supportive of the facility.
Okay, thank you. Question 2, the request will not be detrimental to the use and enjoyment of other property in the immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding vacant property for use of predominant area. I'll take this one. If you look at this specific piece of property, it's on the gravel road. There's lots of woods, kind of I don't know how you'd say it. I ain't gonna say swamp, but willows. There's just a big area in between where this barn is gonna be and houses. There's one house that's fairly close, directly east of the barns. A few that are kind of to the north. But when we look at a lot of these things, when we look at prevailing winds and things like that, it's gonna be blowing over a vast majority of other land. And then it's pretty much concealed, just kind of the lay of the land on that, where that's going. You got some trees there, and then with that kind of that little knoll, that hill, that'll get flattened out and get the barns put in, but I think that's gonna cover some of that. It's in an ag area, so yeah, I don't think it's gonna pretty hurt anybody in the area that's kind of a resident that's close to it. So my answer would be yes for question 2. Anybody have anything else to add?
Mr. Chair, something else that should be noted, a 97% offset rating, so I mean, that far out and away from everything, that's quite a good rating there.
Yeah. Thank you, Marv. I missed that. Okay, question 3. The use in the opinion of the planning commission is reasonably related to the existing land use and environment. Groundwater, surface water, and air quality in the surrounding area will not be adversely affected by the proposed use. I'll go to Brent.
I think we look at a couple of things here. We have the good neighbor plan, we've got the odor minimization plan, and the stormwater plan. The offset rating's been mentioned already at 97% odor offset. They're going to sell and transfer 100% of the manure, not stockpiling to protect the groundwater and the surface water. We've talked about the conditions with a 50-foot grass buffer around the barns, and they've got 366 acres for manure application set aside. Nearest barn is 85 feet from the wetland area. All of those are protecting groundwater, surface water, and the air quality in the area with the odor offset.
Okay, thank you, Brent. Anybody have anything else to add to question 3? If not, we'll move to question 4. The use is consistent with the purpose of the zoning ordinance and the purpose of the zoning district in which the applicant intends to locate the proposed use. George?
Yes, I believe so. The site is zoned ag. All the setbacks are met. The environmental precautions have been taken. Stacking slab is going to be built at the time of the barns. 97% offset rating. Good neighbor plan is in place. So the use is consistent with the purposes of the zoning district.
Okay, thank you. Anybody have anything else to add? I would just add that this site here got a variance to be 70 acres instead of 75. And at that time, it was decided that that 70 acres was very much compatible to this type of operation. So I think that would be part of this question 4. Question 5, the use is not in conflict with the comprehensive plan or the water plan of the county. I'll go to Marvin on this one.
At first, I thought it could be, but then after I was pacified by Amy with her remarks saying that this particular area has no problem with nitrates, and a local well with low, nitrates, a very low rating there. It aligns with the comp plan and water plan in the county, and then with the DNR and soil and water giving its blessing because of them putting in a stacking slab, it aligns with the comp plan.
Okay, thank you, Marv. Anybody have anything else to add to question 5? Okay, hearing none. Before we go to vote, you guys got anything else? Any final comments or questions?
Nope, but maybe we could just have Amy address the 2 conditions that are associated with this prior to the vote.
Sure, they're on the screen here. Want me to read them? I can read them. Okay, one is the area surrounding the barn will have permanent vegetation planted and maintained. That's a 50-foot buffer. You're gonna want that anyway, so that's one condition. The other condition is a mirror stack and slab shall be built prior to stocking the barns. And you guys all agreed to that, right? Okay. See any need for any other ones? I don't at this time, so you guys ready to vote then? Yes, sir. Okay. Question 1, the use will not put an excess burden on roadways, utilities, and public facilities such as parks and schools. John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
Question 2, the request will not be detrimental to the use and enjoyment of other property in immediate vicinity for the purposes already permitted, nor impede the normal and orderly development and improvement of surrounding vacant property for uses predominant area. Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Question 3, the use and opinion of the planning commission is reasonably related to the existing land use and the environment. Groundwater, surface water, and air quality in the surrounding area will not be adversely affected by the proposed use. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. The use is consistent with the purpose of the zoning ordinance and the purpose of the zoning district in which the applicant intends to locate the proposed use. George?
Yes.
Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes. Brent?
Yes.
Question 5, the use is not in conflict with the comprehensive plan or the water plan of the county. Marvin?
Yes.
John?
Yes.
Myself, Clint is yes with the conditions. Brent?
Yes.
George?
Yes.
Okay, looks like we answered all 5 of the questions in the affirmative. So I guess at this time I would obtain a motion to request or recommend approval to the County Board of Commissioners with the 2 conditions.
So moved.
I'll second that motion, Mr. Chairman.
John and then George. Okay, so we have a motion made and seconded to recommend approval to the County Board of Commissioners with the 2 conditions. All in favor say aye. Brent?
Aye.
George?
All right.
Marvin?
Aye.
Myself, Clint is aye. John?
Aye.
Okay, so we're gonna recommend approval to the County Board of Commissioners, and they'll hear that on November 4th, okay? So if you guys got any questions in between now and then, reach out to land service staff or feedlot officer, and they should be able to help you out. Otherwise,
So
thank
the
you.
Copy of this?
We
can I
would
give it
like
to
a copy of that,
Can I give
yeah.
it to Amy? Okay,
Yeah,
bring it in.
yep, thank you. Okay, you guys can go. Good luck with your project.
Thank you.
Okay, so then next we have any new or old business? I don't know of any. Does staff have any?
Mr. Chair, I do not have any.
Okay, so I guess what we got some minutes from October 4th. You guys get a chance to look over them?
Mr. Chair, I read them over and I make a motion that we approve them.
Okay,
I'll second that.
Okay, motion made and seconded to approve our October 14th minutes. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right,
Aye.
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 Okay, minutes approved. Guess I take a motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
second.
Okay, motion made and seconded to adjourn. All in favor say aye.
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
Aye. Meeting adjourned at 6:21.